to us about the rezoning process, and just for the average person out there, how does like a Kellyville back in the day and a Box Hill now and Badgerys Creek, how does that get rezoned, and how do you find out that that's happening?
It's pretty much the state government. So the state government identifies areas that they want to build the infrastructure around. So with Southwest Sydney, the airport was the draw card. Once that was announced, there were 5-6 hotspots, primarily residential and industrial zoned suburbs that they identified on a 20-year plan, so to speak. Once that's identified, then they do a staging process. They get all their town planners, all the consultants in. They'll do flood studies, bushfire studies, infrastructure studies, and then they'll have a plan over whatever the period is, and they'll release that stage by stage. So it makes it easier for us because we have a core basis that we can work around, and that's pretty much all
right, so if you had to land bank, big question, if you had to land bank somewhere now, where would it be?
I like Rossmore. Rossmore is a suburb that adjoins Austral. The reason why I like Rossmore is because it is part of Liverpool LGA Council. It is next to Austral. At the moment, residential land, on an average, we're achieving 2.5 to 3 million per acre. Rossmore has been identified as a suburb that is future urban land, so it's also going to be a residential zoning.
So would you say this is something like Badgerys Creek 10 or 15 years ago, something similar to that?
Sort of. It was all identified at the same period, but because we sell a lot of land in Austral, I know what the potential is. We've got a lot of high results there. So at the moment, you can buy in Rossmore for about 1 million to 1.1 per acre, 1.2. In Austral, we're achieving up to 3 million per acre. So there's a 300% upside. Rezoning is imminent. It's just a matter of timing. And people say, yeah, but interest rates 6%, 7%. Even if you're holding for 10 years, that's 60 to 70% that you're going to be paying in interest. But the upside is 300%. So from my point of view, it's a no-brainer. You're not influenced as much by the general market as you are by the rezoning process.
Makes sense.
Michael, tell your clients Rossmore it is, brother.
Tell Rossmore.
What do you mean Brisbane?
Brisbane,
please.
Yeah, so, but the problem is I won't be able to... Well, we've never actually done a deal, me and you.
No, because I want to get the best price. You're going to try undercut it. It's not going to happen.
I just want to cheaper. So can you name the agents I need to
You're going to have to tell them, I bought for a record price one of Slavko's listings.
We have to overpay. No. We can't stand overpaying. We're always looking to underpay.
Yeah.
So quite often the agents that we sell through are not the ones we buy through and so on. So if I ever get a deal
that I work together.
Maybe you should drop your prices, Slavko.
Michael needs to come up.
See that?
He needs to show value to his clients. The growth will out.
That's true. It's gonna grow, and my clients are going to make money. But I still love a good deal, man. It's ingrained in who we are as buyers agents.
That's it.
But that's going to bring me to another topic I want to discuss. We've encountered some agents recently. For a long time, we've encountered agents. We've encountered a few that overcharge on marketing. And I've got a suspicion that some of them don't use all the money for marketing. Have you encountered this in the industry right now where there are agents that are probably charging a lot more than what the cost would be? So let's say realestate.com costs X amount, where they'd be charging over what it really is based on the current packages for realestate.com in that area. Are you seeing some of that happen with some of the competitors or just in general in the space?
It's tough for me to answer. I mean, look, I really don't know what other agents are charging or what they're doing. I think they're doing a disservice to their clients if that's what they're doing. Ultimately, I think marketing is a huge component of attracting clientele to a property. It'd be silly if you're trying to make money off marketing, you're in the wrong industry. I mean, if you're doing the right thing by your clients and you're achieving top results, you'll be making commission. You don't need to worry about making a few $100s on marketing. So if that's what they're doing, I'd say that there's something drastically wrong with their business model.
Or the ethics.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So Slavko, your take, house and land packages.
Yep.
You probably do a little bit with that, maybe previous life or a little bit now. But what's your take on that? And obviously they do get a bad rep, but there has been some success.
They get a bad rep from us.
Yeah, they do.
The people selling them are always...
I know where credit's due. There has been some success in Leppington and places like that of house and land packages. Your take and your experience the last few years?
Look, house and land packages, there's a huge market for it. I find that there's a younger demographic that want to live in a new established area. There's new schools, infrastructure, shopping centres. People love seeing pretty things, brand new houses as opposed to your traditional established suburbs. We're finding that even land prices in these new areas are far out achieving the prices that you're getting in established areas. That just goes to show there's definitely a big market for it. Government keeps talking about the shortage in the housing market, which we can definitely see. There are so many factors and facets to this, though, where government says one thing, councils do another thing. So there isn't enough housing for the demand. That's what we're finding. It comes in sort of different phases where we believe there's going to be a lot more land released than what there is. And so I think that eventually there's going to have to be more infrastructure just to develop more of these suburbs.